I think that we're looking at a time frame of probably 6 years, in my opinion, and that's looking at our part of the world, Pan America, right? South America, North. So in order to compete in each class, we need time to recruit more players. With the present amount of players, we are competitive in some classes, but some other classes we have nobody. So.
Where is that?
Um, it's going to be a period of growth of numbers, which will push the quality of the top players.
Winnipeg was the last one, though, right?
So are you motivated enough with this tournament, the performance of the players, that as compared to the previous 2-3 years?
Yeah, well, first of all, I take over as national coach just 1 year ago, and as you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic. So I know the players very well because I was playing before, and I am optimistic about several players that we have here that can reach a good level and medal in the Pan American Games, which is the first step. The second step is gold medal Pan American Games. Then you get to go to Paralympics. This is probably 6 years to 10 years out.
Oh, they are having. Is Ryan going to be able to? Well, he talked about will he be back playing? You think?
So what's your hope for the next Paralympics? When will be Canada can grab the medal in the Paralympics?
Well, first of all, we have to qualify for the Paralympics. So I was saying qualifying for the Paralympics. Some players maybe have good chance in Chile 2023, and therefore play Olympics in 2024 in Paris. But there's only a few players, maybe four, that have a realistic chance to do that. In order to medal at the Paralympics. Was your original question? Right now, this is a bit too optimistic. As you know, table tennis around the world is very large.
Yeah.
Para table tennis around the world has grown so much, you wouldn't believe it. In Canada, not so much. But now it starts. We have here, I think, about 6 or 7 new players. One is in the doubles match behind me now. His name is Masood Ahmed.
Yeah.
And he's new player, not young player, but new player, talented, and he will help us over the next 6 years playing for sure.
So this is my last question.
Okay.
I have talked with some of the players. They are feeling that they are spending their own money and they are looking for some grants, So, do you think that there is a possibility that the government and like Olympics Canada can support the table tennis?
Yeah. We already have a budget from the Canadian Paralympic Committee through Sport Canada. We have money, so the players that had to travel from far, like British Columbia, Nova Scotia, Saskatchewan, Quebec, like we gave money to get here. Some players live in the city, Brampton, so they don't need the money. They drive down the street and they're here. So they already we are supporting players to come to the Canadian Championships, when really the provinces should be supporting the players to come to Canadian Championships. We support the players to go to international matches. So, for example, November 19 to 21 is a tournament in Argentina, and I think all of the players behind me are going, actually, and we're subsidizing their travel there. Some will get 50%, some 75%, some 100%, depending on their level of play in past international events. So I assess the level of their play not by how they do against each other, because each other is not their competitor. Their competitor is from Peru, Chile, Brazil, USA. So the new players would receive normally less funding than a player who is already gone and winning matches at Pan American Games. We support them more because it's realistic to think that their outcomes should be higher. There are some special new players that we try to give more support to as well. And in addition to that, I personally am very open to talking to my boss about getting special funding for some players whose financial situation is not ideal. It's not their fault, it's just the way it is. So they deserve more support.
Thank you.